would like to tell you the story that can completely change your way of how do you think about the history. And my story will be, of course, will be not about all history periods, but about one of the most exciting and mysterious periods of ancient history. And this period is Mesozoic era. You can ask me why Mesozoic era, and my question to you would be, who was the dominant species that days on Earth? Do you know?
Humans.
Humans? No.
No.
In Mesozoic era?
In Mesozoic era.
Dinosaurs?
Yeah. Are you sure that they were dominated? Because I have a picture showing that Alcock was the one who dominated. But actually you are completely right. It was the dinosaurs. Maybe not on the way you see on this picture, with all these lasers and heavy machinery, but in more classical and natural way. These creatures was dominating on Earth maybe 160 million years. And what is so mysterious in this period of time? Of course, it's theories how these creatures disappeared from our planet, or the theories of dinosaurs extinction. Sorry. Yeah. So for today, we have at least 10 different theories how these creatures disappeared from our planet. One of them are funny, like dinosaurs didn't catch the Ark of Noé. One of them is like a sky fiction that UFO comes and aliens destroyed all dinosaurs. And one is stupid and crazy, like young dinosaurs spend too much time under the sun, get the cataracta, get blind, and after that, all one after another fall down from the high cliffs. But the classical theory says that it was a big asteroid, approximately the size of Everest mountain, which hit the Earth and produced so many ash and forced the volcanic activity that all these ashes block the sunlight and provoke to the global cooling processes. So all vegetarian dinosaurs had nothing to eat and slowly died. And after vegetarian dinosaurs, the next was, of course, predators. But what if, I will tell, it might be the slow process, like it could take a month or at least a half of a year. But if I can tell you that this process might take only 30 minutes, more than our meeting today, just 2 hours, can you imagine it?
Nope.
Is it interesting for you?
Yes.
Let's continue. So the last research shows that the doomsday, the day when it happened approximately 60 billions of years ago. And scientists can easily say what was the month when it happened. It was they analyzed the seeds or poles of flowers and can say that this happened during June and July. So imagine 65 or 66 billions years ago, you're a dinosaur. Sunny summer day. If you're a vegetarian, you're a big diplodocus eating the grass. If you're a meat eater or predator, you're a big T-Rex with juicy piece of meat. And suddenly you see the light on the you see the light on the skies. You don't know what is it because telescope is not invented yet. Of course, you don't have any sunglasses and you don't want to have a cataract, so you don't look on the skies. But what's happened next? The light become bigger and bigger, until boom! This what happened next. The process when asteroid reached the atmosphere of Earth is similar to process which happened if you will shut under the water. So you see this trail made by bullet, and if you can look from this side, you will see a cone. And inside this cone is nothing, it's vacuum. Because the speed of the bullet is so high that water could not collapse right after this. So basically what you will see if you're a dinosaur, it's the hole in the skies, and during the day you can see the night. if you are lucky. Of course, it depends. You are lucky. If you're on this place, you are not lucky at all, but at least you can see the most rare visual effects that can appear on Earth. Next slide, please. So what's happened next when asteroid reached the Earth? The amount of energy produced by this heat, remember the size of asteroid was like an Everest mountain. So the amount of energy produced by this heat was around 100 million of bombs America dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. All of these bombs was dropped on the same spot at the same time. What it gives us? Next slide, please. So imagine this is the slow motion from captured the ball dropped on the sand, and you can see that on the first step of this process, the ball hits the ground, and make some kind of funnel. And you see this small trail here, which is a bouncing effect from Earth, produced by Earth against these forces of this ball. So what's happened next? This amount of ground, let's call it ground. It's so heavy forces that this ground is moving out of the Earth atmosphere, and firstly it's condensate somewhere around near the planet. Somewhere near the planet, and then we actually can find this species on Moon, on Mars, but then it's not the rocks itself, it's the rocks gas, natural gas, and after that it condensates in the space and spread all around the Earth. So, and because of the gravity, the next step is, of course, the most, I think, impressive and at the same time terrifying meteorite rain you can see ever. But why this rain is so terrifying? Let's move to the next slide. When this species, let's call them ice species, melted in atmosphere, they produce so much heat that temperature rise from normal temperature rise from 100 or let's say 40 degrees. It was summer, June, July. Immediately, in 2 hours, it rises from this temperature up to 649 degrees of Celsius. So obviously, all creatures on the planet will die, but not all. Maybe made a mistake, because the end of one story is always the start of next one. Yeah. So who survived this period? Of course, the ones who was lower than 3,000 feet under the sea level, and the ones who was below 3 inches on the Earth. And surprisingly, it was our predecessor, human predecessor. The next one. Yes, this small creature is basically our earliest predecessor. And as I said, don't be so. The end of one story is always the beginning of next one. So don't be so upset about the dinosaurs. And on the next slide, you can see a parallel universe where dinosaurs still in the offices and doing the same job as we do right now. Thank you.
Thank you.
So entertaining, and I thank you very much.
Vasily, what about light?